I get emails all the time from people that are in really difficult relationships and difficult circumstances. Here's an example of one that I get a lot now. It says, my adult daughter refuses to have anything to do with us. We don't know what we did wrong, and she will not tell us. This means that we've never met our grandchildren, and we're beginning to feel like we never will. My heart is broken, and there's an emptiness that can't be filled. It doesn't matter if your situation is with an adult child that has broken a relationship with you and keeping your grandchildren away, or if it's a toxic marriage that you can't leave because of financial limitations or maybe health limitations, or it's a abusive, mean, critical parent who you still have to take care of because they're in their elder years and there's nobody else. It could be a child with a mental illness or a physical illness or a disability or developmental illness that you have to take care of. It could be a chronic illness of your own that's debilitating or difficult to endure or painful, or it could be a terminal illness. All of these things and more are really challenging, painful situations. And many of those can't really be changed. It's not something you can walk away from. It's not something that you can just go get a new life. It's not like you can walk away and say, oh, I'm not going to take care of this child with this debilitating illness. I'm not going to help my child who has a mental illness. And I'm not saying you have to stay involved and enable. I'm talking about doing what you know is right in being involved with or helping that person with good boundaries and all of those things. But we are often living with painful realities that we cannot change. And the question is, when that is the case, what can you do? How can you navigate those? How can you deal with that painful reality? Be honest about it, be open about it, but cope with it and live your life still. And here are some ideas. First of all, know that there is no easy answer. I am not giving you like oh, just go do this. I am not saying that it's easy. I'm not saying that you can even take the pain away or the hardness or the difficulty of this. I'm just saying these are some ways that can make it lighter and make you be able to thrive or survive whichever place you can get to in the midst of this. And the first one is absolutely, absolutely important. Take exceptionally good care of yourself. That's not the normal thing that we do in those circumstances. We tend to not take care of ourselves, to neglect ourselves, to only take care of the other person. When that doesn't work, eventually you will crumble. You will implode because you can only push so hard, go so far. And I'm telling you, I know many caregivers, and even when my mom was taking care of my dad, the caregiver looked at her and looked at us and said, I see caregivers die before the person they're taking care of because they don't take care of themselves. And we could say, yep, yep, we see that. Thankfully, that didn't end up happening, but exceptionally good care of yourself. You absolutely have to. Second one, you got to let yourself grieve and you got to work through the grief process over your losses. And that includes the loss of the hopes, the loss of the dreams, the loss of the normal life, the loss of the great marriage, the loss of a parent that you can say was a loving, mutual relationship, maybe the loss of a relationship with a child, or the loss of the dreams that you had for this child who is now ill, or this person who is now has the mental illness. Whatever it is, you must grieve because grieving is healthy and grieving allows you to get to the end of the grief process. The whole idea is to get to acceptance, where you go through the shock denial, the anger, the bargaining, the sadness, and then to the place where it is what it is. Now what? That's peace amid turmoil, okay? Acceptance amid things that you do not like. The next one, you want to process your feelings about the situation. You got a lot of feelings. There may not be a place to express them to that person. The person might not be able to handle it. It might not be appropriate, but somewhere you got to go with your feelings, whether it's a support group, whether it's a counselor, whether it's a friend or a family member that you can confide in. You need to be able, oh, I just brought two of those together. First one is feel your feelings. First of all, you want to admit how it feels. We don't want to stuff. This is not pretending. We want to say this hurts, it's infuriating, it's disappointing, it's sad, it feels hopeless, it's difficult, it's just like absolutely embarrassing, it's hurtful, whatever it is. You want to admit your feelings to yourself. You want to let yourself feel them, not react however you want to react, because we feel our feelings, we identify them, and then we choose how to react in ways that are emotionally intelligent. So feel your feelings. The next one is you want to build a support network. And it's got to be a place where you can go to safe people and you can be honest. You can debrief about all the problems. You can find people that support you, people that understand. And the opposite of that is true. Do not talk to and share with a person who is not helpful and who makes you feel worse. That's how you know, is this the right person? Is that person telling you everything that you want? Oh, you're a wonderful person, you do great, whatever. Person's going to be honest with you, and the person's going to lift you up and encourage you. It's going to help. Encourage means to give you courage, impart courage, help you to move forward and keep going. That person is going to be able to support you. Do not go to somebody who makes you feel worse, somebody who goes, well, it's just your job, it's what you have to do. No, that's not the person that you talk to. The tone, the love, it's all got to be there. Person has to lift you up. The next one is learn to speak your truth and set boundaries. Say no to anything you can. You don't have to say yes to everything. Find the places where you can say no. Find the places where you can do less. Find the places where you can maybe do more at the same day and not have to go every day, or maybe get in some help with that to that person. Figure out a way to say no to anything you can and be looking for that, because that's a way of taking care of yourself. And the next one is to speak your truth when you need to, even if it won't do any good, even if the person won't receive it, even if it doesn't change anything. Sometimes there are things you need to say just because you need to say them. If you need to say it because you feel better, even if it's not going to go anywhere, make that decision, say it, and then walk away. Don't have unrealistic expectations that it's going to change everything and make anything different, but maybe you need to speak your truth in order to feel better about the situation. You also want to look for ways to make the situation better. Just be creative. Once you know that, look, this is something I got to keep doing, or this is my lot, or this is, that I don't have options to get out of this or to not do this, even though it's really difficult, then just get creative. This helps all of us. Maybe make a gratitude list. Think of the positive instead of the negative things. Maybe make a gratitude list every morning or maybe every night. You might want to just change your perspective, change your attitude. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to choose to do what I have to do instead of to feel like I have to do it. Or this is for a moment, like this is going to pass. Like I'm taking care of this elderly parent who is not going to live forever, or I'm doing what is right unto the Lord, and I'm going to do it as if I'm taking care of the Lord, or as if I'm doing it because I know the Lord wants me to. All of those things change your feelings and the way that you're engaging with this or viewing this thing, and they can be huge shifts. And then the last one is to do it one day at a time. Okay, you can do, remember Jesus told us in Matthew 6, it's like, don't worry about tomorrow. Today's enough. It's enough. When you're dealing with a really overwhelming, difficult situation that you feel like you cannot bear, one day at a time is all you need to focus on. And sometimes, and I've been there, a minute is all you can do. A second is sometimes where you're at. 1 second at a time, I can do this, or maybe an hour, or maybe 24 hours. And then it's a new 24 hours. And we know from scripture that says God's compassion and his mercies are renewed every single day. So is his strength. Each day we have enough strength to do what it is that we need to do, right? I can do this, all things through God who strengthens me. Paul said that, right? When he was in confinement, wasn't able to do what he wanted to do and go where he wanted to go. So none of those things are going to take the situation away. None of those things even makes it not painful or not difficult. They just help you to deal with it and to cope and to make your life as good as it possibly can be. And it may, I don't know if I said this in there, but maybe you're going to look for, as part of that attitude shift too, it could just be, I'm going to give up the hope of having this healthy, good marriage, and I'm going to find things that I love and things that I enjoy to fill my life with. I just want to make sure I said that. I'm not sure I did. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to admit this is a painful reality, but this is real. We're not denying it. We're not pretending it's not there. This is my reality. Now, how can I live with this and make this better situation? How can I deal with this? How can I cope with this? And how can I make my life lighter in the midst of this? And I'm going to tell you, it is possible. It doesn't just come to you. If you don't work at these things and do these things, it could be that it's going to become too heavy and you're just going to kind of collapse with it. So please try these things. Galatians 6:9 says, let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. I love that. God's going to reward us for doing what is right. Colossians 3:23 through 24, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving. Ultimately, everything, every moment in our life is for the Lord. Now, and the favorite way that I can close this, because this kind of talks about it also, is the long version of Reinhold Niebuhr's Serenity Prayer. And if you haven't seen the long version, look for it online. You'll find it very easily. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardships as the pathway to peace, taking, as Jesus did, the sinful world as it is, not as I would have it, trusting that he will make all things right if I surrender to his will, that I may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with him forever in the next. Amen. God bless you.